A world engulfed, remembering World War II. World War II, a global conflict lasting from 1939 to 1945, left an indelible mark on human history. The war's conclusion in 1945 brought about a new world order, but the road to that point was paved with devastating loss and unimaginable suffering. To understand how this catastrophic war unfolded, we must delve into the historical currents that led to its outbreak. The Treaty of Versailles, seeds of resentment. The seeds of World War II were sown in the aftermath of World War I. The 1919 Treaty of Versailles intended to ensure peace, instead fostered resentment and instability. Germany, deemed responsible for the Great War, was subjected to harsh penalties, including territorial losses, disarmament, and crippling reparations payments. These punitive measures crippled the German economy and bred deep-seated bitterness among its people. The treaty created a fertile ground for nationalist sentiments and extremist ideologies to take root. The war guilt clause, forcing Germany to accept sole responsibility for the war, was particularly damaging. It humiliated the German people and fueled a desire for revenge. The treaty, while intended to prevent future conflict, ultimately created conditions that made another war more likely. The rise of Hitler, a nation's fury ignited. Amidst the economic turmoil and political instability of post-war Germany, a charismatic and ruthless leader emerged, Adolf Hitler. Capitalizing on widespread anger and despair, Hitler and his Nazi party offered a seductive message of national revival and promised to restore Germany to its former glory. Hitler skillfully exploited the Treaty of Versailles, portraying it as a symbol of German humiliation and a justification for his expansionist ambitions. The Nazi Party's ideology, rooted in racial purity and national superiority, resonated with a population seeking scapegoats for their suffering. Hitler's rise to power in 1933 marked a turning point in European history, paving the way for a totalitarian regime that would plunge the world into war. Appeasement's failure, emboldening aggression. As Hitler's grip on Germany tightened, he began to openly defy the Treaty of Versailles. He rearmed Germany, reoccupied the Rhineland, and annexed Austria, all in violation of the treaty's terms. Faced with this growing threat, Britain and France adopted a policy of appeasement, hoping to avoid another devastating war. They made concessions to Hitler, believing that by satisfying his demands, they could prevent further aggression. However, appeasement proved disastrous. It only emboldened Hitler, confirming his belief that Britain and France lacked the will to confront him. Each act of appeasement further fueled Hitler's ambition and brought Europe closer to the brink of war. Invasion of Poland. The spark ignites. On September 1st, 1939, Hitler unleashed the full force of the German war machine against Poland. This act of unprovoked aggression shattered the fragile peace that it held in Europe. Britain and France, realizing the futility of further appeasement, declared war on Germany 2 days later. World War II had begun. The invasion of Poland was the culmination of years of escalating tensions, failed diplomacy, and unchecked aggression. It marked the beginning of a global conflict that would claim the lives of millions and reshape the world. The Gathering Storm, a legacy of conflict. World War II was not an isolated event, but the result of a complex interplay of historical forces. The Treaty of Versailles, the rise of Hitler, and the failure of appeasement all contributed to creating the conditions that made war possible. By understanding the events that led to this global conflict, we can learn from the mistakes of the past and strive to build a more peaceful future.